Hi guys, so welcome to Yin Yoga on a Monday night. So today's practice we're going to be using the chair, and I've got a couple of cushions all set up ready for the Shavasana at the end. It's a 30-minute set, so as always with every yoga practice, if you need to make modifications, make adjustments to get into certain poses, then listen to your body. It's really important that you get in tune with your body. And just allow yourself to gradually progress. Okay, so everything that I do, see where you're at, and then control your breath through the set, and let's loosen up, and hopefully I will totally de-stress you for those joining me live before you go to bed. And if you're catching up in the daytime, it's also a good loosener, so hopefully just set you up for the day as well. Okay, here we go. So bring yourself onto your chair. So I'm going to turn my chair at an angle. Now feel free, if those that are joining me live or you're catching up on this at home, to face the camera. The reason I turn to the side is that you can see my body shape. And I'm just going to sort of not sink into my hips. I want to sort of root up. So I feel like I'm sitting as tall as I can. So imagining like I've got a book on my head. And I'm drawing my shoulders down and leaving them hang down by the chair. So I'm sort of scanning the body from my toes up through my legs, and it rises all the way up. So it's a scan all the way up to the top of your head. Try and really release from the shoulders, so drop your shoulders down, and then start to draw your breath in. Close your eyes. I want you to start by just concentrating on your breath. You've got nothing else to do here. Just tune in to your posture and tune in to your breath. So nice big deep breath in, expanding the rib cage, lifting the breastbone up. And as you scan your body, pay attention to any areas that you may have tension or even knots, niggles, anything going on in the body. Alright, so just bring your hands towards your knees, and you're going to lift onto the toes, lifting the heels, drawing the heels up. Just got someone in the waiting room, so I'm just going to check. And then bring the heels back down towards the floor. So you need to shift forward a little bit on your chair. And you're going to drive your heels down into the floor, bring your toes up, spread your toes. And keep tuning into that breath as well. Toes down, lift your heels, and now from here bring your hand onto your heart, both hands, and start to feel the rhythm of your heartbeat as well. Remember what I said at the beginning, if you're feeling any knots and niggles anywhere, just pay them attention. I've always got knots and niggles around my shoulders, in my neck area. So I'm trying to make space. So if you've just come straight from Zumba, straight into this class, you may have a raised heart rate. Your heart rate will still be up. So while your hands are on your heart and you're working that breath, the aim is just to slow that heart rate down. And you're picking the toes up, lifting the heels. Drop your hands onto your knees, and you're going to drop your ear towards your shoulder, over to the other side. Back up to neutral position. Turn your head to one side. Just turn it as far as it's comfortable. And allow now your feet to be connected to the floor. Feel yourself rooting into the ground. Your stabilizers are set in. This is where you feel like you have control. Connected to the ground. And then over to the other side. The breath is so powerful, especially when you feel like you're losing control, or sometimes you feel a little bit on edge, not feeling right within yourself. Do a couple of practices, bring yourself back to the breath. Alright, so from here now we're going to do some cat-cows, seated cat-cows. So we're going to lift the head up and sort of drop the tailbone back, stick your bottom out. And then you can drop the chin to the chest, bring the belly button in, exhale. Round the back as much as you can. Inhale. Sticking your bottom out. And drop, exhale. Let breath go. Really pull the belly button in, rounding the shoulders. Inhale. Just a few more of these. Now just bring yourself back to where you started. So root your feet into the floor. Sit up as tall as you can. And I'm going to do this one facing the camera. So my hand is on the front leg. Now if you're a little bit taller and you're using the back leg, then that's fine. You're going to bring one arm up. And just allow the hand to reach down. Reach over. Good. And you'll feel the point where it says whoa. You don't want to fall off the chair, so you're reaching down the leg and you're still like rising and leaning. All your weight stays over the chair frame. And again. Hold the chair for a little bit of support if you want to. Good. Now reach down towards your toes, stay seated on the chair if you need to shift your bottom back. And I want you now to pay attention to the lumbar region of your back, which is the lower part. Relax the head down, let any sort of negative energy fall away. For the feet if you are barefooted. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a foot massage. It's one of my favourite things to do actually. Perfect. And draw it up. Now you're going to open the hips. Sit back a little bit. So this time we're going to reach up and over, and the elbow is going to lean onto this thigh. Good. And over to the other side. Perfect. And now from here, round the back, draw the belly button in again. Chin to the chest. Exhale. Inhale, looking up. And release. release, come back, drop it again, one more time, reaching over. Go as far as you can, as far as is comfortable. If you get right down, go a little bit more. It just depends on how stable you feel. Good, and over to the other side. So connect to the thigh, reaching over. I'm always more supple on that side, so I go a little bit further. Not supple on this side. Not so supple. It always takes me a lot longer to get into the pose. Good. Now lifting up onto the toes. Push the balls of the feet down into the floor. Maybe do a couple of head circles. Just as far as you can. Good. Now we're going to rotate the hips. So that means we're going to choose one leg and we're going to rotate so that we're sort of perched on the floor. And if I do this way, so you can see, so I'm sitting on the chair and my leg is back, my leg is relaxed. Okay, so I'll do it on the diagonal as well. So my weight is totally on the chair. Now if you can feel it down here and it's given a gentle stretch and that's enough for you, that's fine. But if you can, I want you to take it back and extend the leg. And then rise it up. So it's like a warrior one position. Plant the foot, turn the back foot out to a 45. Oh. Good. And release. From that, just come through that open hip position. It's not a low frog, but it's kind of towards the frog pose. Because you can go right down on a seated frog. And then turn again. And this time you're going to go to the other way. So just hold first. And then you're going to push the back foot into the floor, rising up into warrior one. Reach up towards the ceiling. Perfect. And bring it down, coming back to that frog sit. Open as much as you can. Try and press here. Really good chance to stretch the inner thigh, the groin area. Lifting onto the balls of the feet. And again, making space in the body. Perfect. Now bring your knees back together and we're going to come down to a seated twist. So I want you to reach your left hand over and you're going to twist and look up towards the top hand. Feet can be hip width apart if you want to, or together. Or you can, if that's too much to go all the way down here, just bring it onto the knees, looking up towards the top hand, twisting that thoracic region, so middle of the back, rooting up towards the ceiling. So it's like half a triangle pose. And bring it in, elbows together, up over the head, pushing up. And release. Good. And then onto the other side. So this time right hand across, all the way across if you can. And it's either resting on the knees or coming right down, lifting up towards the feet or towards the ceiling. Perfect. Bringing it to here, up over the head. Knots and niggles. Okay, so bring your left knee now over your right and twist to your left side. Use the back of the chair if you want to. I want you just to twist as far as you are comfortable. Look towards the back if you can. You can use the back of the chair to get a little bit more of a twist in. Completely up to you. breath with each pose. Good. Now facing back towards the front. Now with that left leg, bring it up onto the other leg, opening the hip. Just turn to the side so you can see where I am. Yeah, perfect. And then try and bring your head down towards your foot. Keep your hip open, keep your knee out to the side, and fold down as far as you can. Hold in there. Make space within the body as well. Don't be afraid to move. Perfect. Again, release the space. Okay, this time bring the right leg over the left and you're going to twist round to that right side. Again, look back as far as you can if you want, and once again settle into your breath. Now bring that right leg up, placing the foot onto the left knee, opening at the hip, so dropping that knee out towards the wall. You're just going to bring your head down towards your foot. Once again, settle into your breath, go as far as you can. And with each breath, just try and just relax a little bit more, working into the pose as much as you can, keeping the hips open. Getting right into that sciatica area. And unravel yourself. So draw the shoulders up and roll back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and right arm out. Bring it across the body. Use the other arm just to press across. Looking towards that side now. Control the breath. Good. And reach it up. And bring it across. that side. So we're going to come into a seated eagle pose. So I want you to bring your, I gotta work this out the other way now because you guys are mirroring me. So bring your right leg over your left, okay? And you're going to try and wrap that leg around the bottom one, so as if you're dying to go to the toilet. And then with your left arm, you're going to bring it underneath your right, and you come to here. So this is a seated eagle, and it's easier to do this seated pose to allow you to get into position. I try and clasp my hands, but if this is uncomfortable, you can just hold your shoulders, give yourself a big hug. And the aim is to bring this to standing. Perhaps it's something to practice in the week. I like to connect my forehead to my hands and really tune into my breath. I find this so therapeutic. Plus it's a really, really cool party trick if you need the toilet and you're in the middle of a disco, whenever that may be. Stand and do the eagle pose. Unravel the legs. Now we're going to come on to the other side. So left leg over the right, and try and wrap that leg around the bottom one. Desperate for the loo. And with this right arm, take it underneath the left. And again, just hug yourself if that's all you can get to. If you can clasp the hands and try and link them somehow. There we go. Allow yourself to tune into the pose and allow yourself to be comfortable as well. So if the arms are not comfortable, go in just straight for the eagle pose and just bring yourself to that hug position first. Tune into your breath and you're squeezing the inner thighs, lifting up from the hip as well. So you always feel like you're rooting up. Unravel the legs. And I want you just to come down again. So lead with the chin. And we're going to hang the body over the legs. And once again, just relax the head down. That's it. I'm just going to come and check on the room. Check everyone's okay. Perfect. Really tune into the pose. Just getting the Shavasana ready. We're going to use the guided Shavasana this evening as my glasses fall off. It's lucky my brain didn't fall out. And bring the arms up. So lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. Now I want you to press your feet into the floor. Bring your legs, bring the energy into the legs. Just give them a little bit of a shake. Reach out. Now you're going to take yourself around to the back of the chair. And you're going to use the back of the chair to just come into a child's pose, but a standing child's pose. So your arms are going to go on the chair. You're going to send your hips back, slightly bend the knees, and allow gravity to do the work in the shoulders. And maybe just sway the tailbone from side to side, pull the belly button in. And as always, allow yourself to make any adjustments, any movements that you feel you need to make more space within the body. Good, and root yourself back up. Draw the shoulders and just allow yourself to move that chair out of the way. And we're going to root ourselves down. So allow yourselves to bring your feet together and come into Utkatasana, so chair pose. Inhale here. Now exhale, forward fold. And from here today, you're going to walk the hands out. Drop the hips down. Bring the knees down to the floor. Inhale, head up. Exhale. In. Exhale. Turn the toes under. Lift the hips back up towards the ceiling. Down dog. Looking through the legs, dropping the heels down towards the floor. Really driving the heels into the floor. Pushing those shoulders down. Maybe just allow yourself to move. Walk the dog, one leg bends, other leg bends. And then bend the knees down. Good. From here we're going into the child's pose. So open the knees as wide as you can. Send the hips back onto the heels. Bringing the forehead down onto the floor. Allow that forehead to connect with the floor. Draw your breath in. Maybe come up onto the fingertips. Take a couple of breaths here. Feeling a little bit of tension in my lumbar region, so I want to sway that from side to side. Just allow yourself to come down now onto the floor, and you're going to get ready for Shavasana, so which is our corpse pose. We're going to lay down, be as comfortable as you can. If you want to bring a blanket into the room, put a blanket onto you, that's fine. I want you just to connect your body down towards the floor, so straightening your legs, bringing your arms down. And I'm going to use the guided meditation this evening. So just settle into your pose.
This is the most important part of your yoga practice. Make yourself comfortable. Bring the feet wider than hip distance. Relax the arms by your sides with the palms facing up, and close the eyes. Scan the body, starting from the feet. Relax your toes. Feel the legs become heavier. Relax the hips. Observe the movement of the belly and the chest as you breathe. Let the shoulders soften. Let the arms soften. Relax the fingers. Notice how the fingers naturally curl in when they relax. Relax the neck. Soften the entire face. Relax your jaw. Relax the tongue. Let it fall away from the roof of the mouth. Allow the eyes to become heavy. This is the time to completely let go of any remaining tension or gripping. Let yourself completely surrender to the pose. Every now and then, thoughts will come, sensations will surface. You might feel an impulse to move or fidget. Allow all of these things to be there and allow them to eventually drift away. Keep returning to the present moment, back to the breath, back to the body. Stay here a few more minutes in silence. Keep still and rest. Still keeping the eyes closed, bring some energy back into the body. Start with small, gentle movements. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, move the head. Take your time in reawakening yourself. Go ahead if you want to stretch, reach the arms up, point the toes, and move around. Slowly bring your knees into the chest. Roll over to one side, pause when you get there, rest your head on your arms. When you feel ready, press away from the floor, come up to any seated pose. Sit with the spine nice and tall, observe how you feel after your practice. Bring the palms together in front of the heart, bow the head down in gratitude. Take this peaceful energy with you as you go through the rest of your day. Namaste.
In January this year,
Good night.
Good night, guys. Have a good one. Bye.